latest news. This is episode 2 of Rod and Dre. Of course, I explained before, this series is talking about Rod Designs and DeAndre's Third's universe modes, and we have a lot of things coming up for you guys right now. So, I mean, this is going to be good. So, we have a lot to discuss. We're going to kick it off with mine because right now this is Rod Designs weekend. It's summer still. He's heading with you guys with SummerSlam, which is coming at you guys tomorrow. So this is his weekend. So I'm gonna kick it off. I'm going to talk about, first things first. We're gonna do ladies first. We're gonna talk about the Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair, who has been dominant since the series kicked off, and pretty much it's really. My question to everybody and to you, Rod, do you think that out of all the opponents that Bianca Belair has faced, do you think that Kairi Sane poses a threat to Bianca Belair?
I say a little bit.
Right.
Well, you know, Bianca Belair, she get in her groove, she play mind games, so I'm pretty sure she can walk out as champion.
Okay, let's see here. If you can, like, pick one woman, it doesn't matter what brand she's on, but if you could just pick one woman that you think who could take out Bianca Belair, who would it be and why?
Charlotte.
Same.
Because she's just like her dad. She can be the dirtiest woman in the game.
Right.
She's so versatile. She can do moonsaults, big boots, spears. More importantly, the chops. Natural selection. She got so many moves up her arsenal. So she's, pretty unpredictable.
Yeah, because, if Kairi Sane doesn't win this, I'm pretty sure Charlotte is next in line. Asuka, she had her turn, and she couldn't defend her belt the night after she took it for just a day. And Kairi Sane is pretty much left. And after that, Charlotte, she's pretty much next up. And there's rumors that their match could happen at the Royal Rumble or the next Raw exclusive pay-per-view. But her reign has been very superior on Monday Night Raw, and it's no question that she owns that entire division. But when you see Charlotte, the way she carries herself, it's like they're two different, like, superior women in the division. And that's why I agree with you when you say that Charlotte is, because they're both as dominant. The only difference is, Charlotte, she may not be undefeated, but she's very hard to beat. She's very hard to beat.
I'd say versatile.
Yeah.
You gotta fight her in different ways.
And Bianca Belair, she's one of the stronger women on the roster besides Nia Jax. People don't really give Bianca Belair her credit of her upper body strength and how strong she really is and how she really uses that in all of her matches. And she has, her dominance is just unbelievable. She's had the belt for over 130 something days, and
that's amazing. Truly amazing.
And even if she were to lose the title at Clash of Champions, just a big applause, because somebody who to defend her belt for that long and own the division, that's just simply impressive. But Kairi Sane, for me, she's gonna have to use her speed. She's going to have to use her head, and because Bianca, she's a very patient wrestler. She's going to wait for her moment.
She's going to have to be very technical.
Yes. Oh, yeah, of course.
Bianca's strength.
Let's start with some light, switching gears to yours. What do you think will be the up and downfall for SummerSlam?
I think the downfall for SummerSlam was someone coming back that's not supposed to come back.
Okay.
And the up, the up for SummerSlam, I think is the Money in the Bank title match.
Right. It's gonna be a.
So what I'm really worried about for SummerSlam is basically Kyle O'Reilly
Right.
came back, all hell broke loose.
Exactly. I mean,
So I think Bret Hart is kind of slipping.
I mean, Kyle O'Reilly. Let's talk about him for a minute. This guy, he's very. I don't want to use the word hostile a lot, but he's just very rebellious.
Yeah. Don't like to be
And
told what to do.
and it's crazy because you can easily compare Kyle O'Reilly to Roger Strong. They literally have the same character wise.
Yep. Don't take nothing from anybody.
But
Don't take nothing.
I think the difference between Kyle O'Reilly and Roger Strong, as we've seen when he went against Finn Balor, Roger Strong has some type of fear. He has some type of fear. With Kyle O'Reilly, he doesn't fear anything, and he always is one step ahead of whether it's the general manager or whoever he's going against. Like he announced, he's going to bring in 2 guys, and apparently they're going to tear the WWE up and they're going to take over. And of course, I have no idea who those men are, but Kyle O'Reilly, he's been making a lot of noise lately, and I think it's too much for Bret Hart to handle at the moment, and it's really going to be tough.
O'Reilly said he's not going to stop until Bret Hart's out of a job. So, Bret Hart's got a tough decision to make.
Yeah, I mean, like, what? I mean, like, I don't understand, like, Kyle O'Reilly, his perspective, because Bret Hart, he's an honest guy, WWE Hall of Famer. Here's my problem with Kyle O'Reilly. I think Kyle O'Reilly's a little bit selfish. Here's why. Bret Hart has been through the Montreal screw job. Bret Hart knows what it is to be with a boss that may not like you because of where you're from or how the way you want to do things. And I think Kyle O'Reilly's trying to treat Bret Hart as if he was a Vince McMahon. Kyle O'Reilly wants, and here's the thing, Bret Hart's not trying to pick on Kyle O'Reilly, but Kyle O'Reilly can't get away with the things that he's doing and not expect to get consequences. And now he's trying to get Bret Hart out of a job, and that's where the selfishness comes in with Kyle O'Reilly, and that's my only problem with Kyle O'Reilly. He's a great in-ring wrestler.
With screw jobs, O'Reilly tried to, screw Finn Balor out of a title shot, tried to screw Mustafa Ali out of a title shot. He said, you know what, you're gonna face both of them.
Right.
And I think that sent O'Reilly off. He thinks everything
it was.
Unfair.
His reaction on Raw was just deplorable, and it was unacceptable. The language that he was using, very. I mean, for somebody who doesn't want to be in a triple threat, like, my goodness, when you came at Bret Hart, I think it came out just a little bit too personal.
Too personal.
A little too personal.
I think it's to the point where Kyle O'Reilly is going to go after his family.
Right.
And down that way, down that route.
Yeah. Because here's my thing. If you're Kyle O'Reilly, you want to talk about Bret Hart, you want to go after his family now, you want to try to get him out the business. Let me tell you something. If you're that scared of competition, if you don't want to defend your belt as many times, you want to defend at your pace. Like if you're like a Brock Lesnar, if you want to still get paid a whole bunch of money, but you don't want to show up all the time. Why be a champion? Why go through all this? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why.
That's why I'm kind of shocked too. For why the hell didn't Bret Hart strip him of the title? Like, you suspend him, but not take the title away from him. So along with him.
Yeah.
The whole collateral.
Yeah, that's the one thing with Bret. He's a bit too soft. Not a lot, but for an old man, he has some good patience. Let's say that. And
too much patience.
Yeah, just maybe too much, because like if it was maybe somebody else, I'm not gonna name any names, maybe they would have got right to it, you know. Because we've seen a lot of general managers out in WWE, and Bret Hart's by
And
far one of the great ones that you brought in.
Yeah. But I think I know who that guy you're thinking about. Who would have, set it all the way down.
And,
And, got to be, the champion of the company, Triple H.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. He's Triple H. I mean, what's his involvement really with WWE?
Well, he runs all the backstage operations. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Bret Hart got some say in it.
Yeah.
But his main, he brings in the talent, and he really, set that tone. But Triple H, he one of the main, backstage producers. You really don't see him on TV. But
Okay.
It's getting to that point. It's boiling up, and to be honest, I don't even think Bret Hart even has, the strength to even go through all this. I think he go lose control of that locker room.
Yeah.
So
I mean, and it's
might
not
have to step in.
Yeah, and that's my thing. Like, it's not even like if it's Bret's fault, because it's not. That's why I have a problem with Kyle O'Reilly and guys like Roger Strong, because your selfishness and your desire to just do what you want, that's what's going to get Bret Hart fired. It's not because Bret Hart was running the show bad. It's not because it was bad booking. It's not because he wasn't keeping care of the superstars and their health. It's because you have guys like Kyle O'Reilly who are too self-centered and egotistical to realize that, hey, maybe I do need to step up as a champion. Maybe I do need to abide the rules.
This goes all the way back, the situation with Brock Lesnar. Triple H said that he don't want guys in the locker room think they can just go above authority.
Right.
And that's what Brock Lesnar was doing. So, Triple H had to fire him. But like I said, Brock was WWE champion at the time,
and that's my problem. Why doesn't Triple H treat Kyle O'Reilly like if he was a Brock Lesnar? Because that's what Kyle O'Reilly's trying to do.
That's exactly what he's trying to do. That's why I say it's a lot of things to think about. That's why I say it's going to force Triple H to come in sooner or later to address it.
Okay, let's switch gears to mine. Okay, so Clash Champion.
Okay.
Before I get to the main point, we're still on subject with this one. Let's talk about Sami Zayn and Aleister Black. Let's go all the way back to their friendship. Remember, I told you, okay, Extreme Rules, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, 1-on-1. Sami Zayn lost straight up. Extreme Rules match straight up. Payback. I would say Aleister Black lost straight up because he did, but then again, how can you kick out of a power bomb onto the apron, right? Left him out for an entire month until when Sami Zayn booked his rematch. Aleister Black accompanied him to the ring because he wanted to have his back, and they kind of been hitting off since then. How impressed are you with how they have been not only just getting along, but sweeping the Raw division and now headed towards the Undisputed Era? Now, before you answer that, who do you think is this mystery team that Stone Cold is hiding that's going to be in the triple threat? And do you think Aleister Black and Sami Zayn has a chance?
I mean, I obviously think, Sami Zayn and Aleister Black are the favorites. And, the team Stone Cold might be hiding. What I personally think it is, I think it might be the Danger. I don't know. I really can't say.
Yeah.
I really can't say, but, for these two to just, get along that well is just remarkable. But at the same time, you got to think about, it never was about them. It was about Kevin Owens.
Right.
So, obviously both men want to, win a Universal Championship. They both say, you know what, let's try to team up. Let's try to get some gold of our own. And then if it don't end up working out, then we go our separate ways.
That's exactly what's going to happen. But I mean, the Undisputed Era, on Raw, like the main focus has been Sami Zayn and Aleister Black. We haven't even heard from the Undisputed Era. We don't know their thoughts. We don't know their game plan. And Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, let me get something straight here. This is going to be Aleister Black and Sami Zayn's toughest matchup because Undisputed Era, they beat the toughest team on in the Raw division. That was the Revival at SummerSlam.
Right.
But this is like they're so dead silent. No, they haven't wrestled. No show appearances. And they're just gonna go and they're just gonna walk into SummerSlam, and I think they might. I don't know if they're game planning, but it looks like they might potentially lose the belts. Think about this: they're gonna be in Sami Zayn's homeland of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and I mean it's gonna be hostile. It's gonna be very, very hostile.
Very hostile. They gotta stay focused. They really do.
Yeah.
So I hope they is thinking of something. They gonna need whatever they thinking of.
And Adam Cole, he can't be at ringside either because Stone Cold has added another team to the fray. And, you know, I've been trying to guess the teams, but I was thinking Ascension. We haven't seen the Ascension in a long time. They're still part of Raw, but we haven't seen them in a while.
Right.
And I was like, okay, maybe Stone Cold might give them a chance, but I really can't get it. I don't think that's it.
It'll be someone we least suspect. It's gonna be a shocker.
Alrighty, so. Oh man, Undisputed Era. I have no idea what they're gonna do, but so let's switch back to you. What do you want to talk about more involving SummerSlam?
Let's get to Cesaro.
Okay.
And Cesaro has been attacked by a masked man, and we all can say who we think it is. But
It's Edge. It's Edge. I mean, we
don't put it out there.
He couldn't. Here's the thing. Here's my thing with Edge. You dressed in all black, but you couldn't make it more obvious. I mean, your whole demeanor, it just showed. Like,
and I think, because first of all, let's talk about, Cesaro not even supposed to. He can't even enter the building. So
right.
He's not even clear to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if Cesaro was to go there, I think Cesaro's gonna lose his mind.
I think, first, so this whole thing with Edge being retired and he coming back, like, how long do you think Edge can go? Like what his health status is right now?
But what I'll be seeing in that ring, I think Edge can go quite a while. You never know. It might be, a couple more months. It might be a year. It might be 2 years. We never know. But what he been doing, the work he been doing in that ring, it's been impressive.
Do you think that that's a sign that he could perhaps beat Cesaro at SummerSlam?
I think by default he can beat Cesaro by SummerSlam. Let's be honest, Cesaro is
He's not in good health. He's not in good health at all.
But it's not even about Edge. We already know what it's about. It's mainly about EC3.
Yeah, listen.
Edge,
I know Edge supports EC3, but I mean, think about this. Edge has to be jealous because remember this EC3. When it's our weekly show, we see them two appear with each other, but on pay-per-views, EC3, he's really just by himself, and he's still getting the job done. Unfortunately, the Pete Dunne injury happened, and EC3 took advantage without Edge, and he became WWE champion.
But I think Edge is mainly with EC3 to be relevant again. Let's be honest. I mean, Edge is a big name, but
yeah.
fresh hot now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
EC3 is
yeah.
red hot right now.
Right. Like same thing with my universe mode. Shawn Michaels came back, aligned himself with Dolph Ziggler, and kept himself relative. But you talked about Cesare's injury. Let's talk about some more injuries. You have an update on Pete Dunne, I believe.
Well, Pete Dunne had a really bad concussion. You know, the doctor said it might take, he's still going through testing, but it might take another month, maybe another month or two.
Okay.
So it's really, really a guess. It's really not allowed to go in these brain injuries.
Yeah.
All you can do is, be hopeful, keep testing, keep taking the test. Hopefully we can get him back here soon.
Oh yeah, man.
That's a really sad moment, man. You just won a WWE championship. This happened to you, man. It's just a big blow to your career.
Yeah. Let's see here. Clash of Champions. Shinsuke Nakamura and R-Truth. Let me tell you my bold prediction. I personally think we're about to see a new United States champion. Because Nakamura is great. He's been great. He's had a great reign. But when I tell you it's going to all come to an end when R-Truth gets his hands on Shinsuke Nakamura, think about this. Everything Nakamura has done on Monday Night Raw, R-Truth did it first. Shinsuke Nakamura beat Kurt Angle. Oh, wait a second, but a few months before that happened, R-Truth beat Kurt Angle straight up at Payback.
Queen.
And Kevin Owens complimented R-Truth. I mean, R-Truth took it the wrong way, but Kevin Owens called him a B+ player. Now, my thing is this. If Shinsuke Nakamura, I know he's aware of R-Truth, but if he doesn't recognize on how hungry R-Truth is to get some gold around his waist, then he's in trouble.
Yeah, he really is.
He's going to have to be... He's going to have to be as hungry to retain his title, to be honest.
You see what R-Truth did, you know what I'm saying, to Nakamura.
Yeah.
So, R-Truth is very real serious.
Yeah. What do you... Alright, look, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. I want to talk about three things. Let's first of all, let's talk about the country and what it's done for various superstars, like Owen Hart, the British Bulldog, Bret Hart, Jericho, Christian, Edge. Let's think about all their matches that they had in Canada, whether they're championship matches or bitter rivalries. Rod, if you can rank Canada's hostility to 1 to 100, where would it be?
Previous history, I mean, you gotta mark it as 100.
You have
probably
to.
one of the most hostile places of all time.
Thank you.
Especially with the history of the Montreal, screw drive. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That just breaks it all at all-time high.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, because I've had word that Vince McMahon will be at Clash of Champions. I don't know if he's going to be at a particular match, but he has shown up. He left Stamford, Connecticut, and he made a first flight trip to a one-way trip to Montreal. And Stone Cold was unaware. With Stone Cold running the show, he usually knows most authority figures who want to show up. Usually it's Stone Cold in his camp, but Vince McMahon is going as well, and I don't have a good feeling about this. Now, the second thing I want to talk about. Do you think Vince McMahon's going to get involved? Think about this. He doesn't like Kevin Owens. He almost fired him. Do you think Vince McMahon would help Cassius Ohno get the Universal Championship?
Yes. And off the fact that Kevin Owens put his hands on the boss. That's the only reason why I think Vince will get involved.
I mean, yeah, he did.
To be honest, I think that's solely the whole reason Vince is out there.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think? Now, we heard Daniel Bryan's interview when he came back. He told us that if you were a real wrestling fan, if you seen Owens and Ono in Gorilla Pro Wrestling and Ring of Honor, he said you would know that they're even. Do you agree with Daniel Bryan? Do you think that Cassius Ohno is even with Kevin Owens heading into the Clash of Champions?
Yes, I do. Yes. And like you said, at one point, Cassius Ohno was considered the best wrestler in the world. And I think people just think, what he does in WWE, justify what he is as a wrestler.
Right.
But they really don't. I honestly think Cassius Ohno is probably maybe top 10 best wrestler in the world right now.
Yeah, I agree.
But they very similar. I think Owens and Ono are very similar as far as style.
Now,
but it's gonna be a grudge match, for sure.
Now, I want to get all my stuff out the way because this is your weekend. This is SummerSlam. It's big. Now, before we get to you, as we stay on this subject, let's talk about Kevin Owens' mindset. If you're a Kevin Owens, you have a not a hometown. We usually see hometown. We talking about a country that is dependent on you. A general manager that might not like you so much, but he respects you. Stone Cold mentioned that he has to gain respect for Kevin Owens, so he saved him of his job. You think about Cassius Ohno, somebody that you've known for over 15 years, and then you think about Vince McMahon. If you were Kevin Owens, what would be the one thing that you would focus on the most?
The crowd.
Okay.
Mainly the crowd. Like I said, the crowd will be hostile. The crowd will be, if you Kevin Owens, the crowd will be 100% behind you. So, I just feel the crowd out. Plus, you're the champion. You might have a championship advantage. So I mean, even though Vince is out there, you might feel like Kevin Owens is in trouble, losing his championship. At the same time, Kevin Owens he has everything in the world right now. He had a whole, not a whole city or state, a whole country behind him.
Right. Do you still think that Cassius Ohno will still be even to Kevin Owens in this match under the pressure of Canada? What they're going to get, what they're going to bring to him? Like, let's talk about challengers who's been against Canada. Let's talk about Shawn Michaels. Let's talk about John Cena. And let's talk about Stone Cold Steve Austin has his experiences with Canada. If like basically you answered my question when you said that they are even, but do you think that they're even with it's basically Kevin Owens in Canada against Cassius Ohno now, if you really think about it. It's basically handicap. And like Cassius Ohno's whole focus is just going to be, I don't know if he's going to be able. I don't know if he's going to be able to focus or not. I'm going to see that. We're going to see.
I mean, if Cassius Owens go out there and be the wrestler he know how to be, then he's going to be fine. Just like, Stone Cold, he still went out there and did his job. Still was Stone Cold. So all Cassius Owens got to focus on is being Cassius Ohno.
I agree.
Putting on the show.
All right, so
they go hate you for no for no reason. Give them a reason to cheer you.
So
it's gonna be real tough. But I don't know.
Okay, let's get back to SummerSlam. EC3 is defending the belt against who again? He's going against
AJ Styles.
AJ Styles. Okay, him and AJ. Okay, now that we're done with me, you are the main focus this weekend. So the triple threat, the triple threat. Because I want to talk about the Money in the Bank ladder match last. I think that's everybody's favorite. Okay.
Sure.
The triple threat WWE Championship match that first happened from Vacant. But let's agree on this. AJ Styles was probably the closest to win. EC3 kind of stole it. He earned it, but he stole it. Now, AJ Styles versus EC3 one-on-one. I personally think AJ Styles will become the new WWE champion because of the fact that people don't realize that AJ Styles is a veteran.
Yeah.
He's an underrated prize fighter. He's at his best when it goes on the line. And honestly, I get EC3 is in his prime, but AJ Styles still in his prime too. He isn't too old yet. He's not too young. He hasn't shown any signs of deterioration. So my bold prediction is that EC3 is going to fall, and we're going to see a new WWE champion at SummerSlam. That's my bold prediction.
And I think that's what EC3 is scared of. You know, he did everything in his power, you know, to slow AJ down, try to find a weakness. You know, everything EC3 threw with AJ, he just, you know, prevailed through it. But at the same time, man, EC3 won the championship when nobody thought he would win it. So I think he can go on there and possibly outsmart Styles, but at the same time, I really don't know. But, you know, like you said, man, EC3 is just going to have to figure something out.
Okay, well, let's talk about something that people should be talking about more. Lars Sullivan and Big Show. These two have been in a cohesive bout, and it's, you know, you see some rivalries like Mark Henry and Ryback. It was about who's the world's strongest man. You see Mark Henry and Big Show. It was about who was more dominant. But with Lars Sullivan and Big Show, it's very different. It's not about being dominant. It's about who's going to be for Lars Sullivan, at least. For him, is that if he wins this match, he's the next big guy that everybody has to stop, or he's just going to keep winning and until he feels like not winning anymore. And then for the Big Show, I'm not going to say it's a retirement match, but it's like this is your last chance to get somewhere. Yeah, and you know, SummerSlam is. I'm not trying to predict nothing, but I'm pretty sure Big Show's not going to be a part of WrestleMania. I'm not trying to predict that, but I'm just thinking about statistic wise. If you're the Big Show and you've been wrestling as long as you have, of course we've seen Big Show. He has slowed down. He's still a bit dominant, but he has slowed down. You know, and to no surprise, you know, he's older now, but you know, he's still not doing too bad as we've seen during the weeks and the build-ups to SummerSlam. He's still the Big Show, and he has taken out Lars Sullivan through the past weeks. But if he doesn't win this match, I mean, like, this is like you said, this is the last biggest stage you're probably going to hit. Because if you can't win at SummerSlam, I mean, this might be the last time we see the Big Show at his, because right now he's at his peak. And Lars Sullivan, I'll tell you this though. Even though I said Big Show slowed down, Lars Sullivan is the underdog, to me, at least.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
And I'm not trying to be more specific, but it is because of the size. It is because the Big Show. Let's think about the guys that Lars Sullivan has mauled. since your series started. Let's talk about all the guys he just ran over, and he cannot do that to the Big Show. Ever since the Big Show has targeted him, Lars Sullivan is like, it's like he's cornered in a very small room with nowhere to go. And we heard their interview. Lars Sullivan, to me he acted in the interview in a separate locker room that he's all big and bad, but when he faces up to the Big Show, that's not the case.
You like it? Yeah, he looks very small.
It's not the case.
Lars Sullivan is a big guy.
Yeah, trust me, he's huge. If you've seen him in person, he's very big.
Well, compared to the Big Show, he's like everyone else.
Right. And I personally think that Big Show's gonna use that size to his advantage, man.
That's when Big Show said that Lars Sullivan hasn't gotten to ring with anybody like him. All the guys Lars Sullivan mauled was little to him. Daniel Bryan, R-Truth, Nakamura.
Yeah, Nakamura, yeah.
But even Nakamura almost beat him.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm saying. That is double trouble. That's why I say he's the underdog, because like, I don't think ever in a time in the Big Show's career that he's ever been called the underdog. He's been against some big men like Great Khali, Undertaker, Kane, Big Show, Brock Lesnar, Batista, and numerous others. There's been a lot of them, and he's never been called the underdog. It's always been the Big Show versus Brock Lesnar. It's been Big Show versus John Cena, Big Show versus etc., etc., etc. And now it's the same thing: Big Show versus Lars Sullivan. There is no underdog. It doesn't matter how old the Big Show is. The point of the matter is this: Lars Sullivan, he could be dominant all he wants, but at SummerSlam, my prediction, I think Lars Sullivan's going to find a way to. I think Lars Sullivan's going to find a way to win. But my bold prediction in that no holds barred falls count anywhere match, I truly believe that Lars Sullivan's going to leave on a stretcher and he will not be on Raw for a good 2 weeks. The Big Show is going to destroy him, because the Big Show. You have to think about the stamina. He's not going to be able to. I don't think he's. Like I said, I'm not trying to predict this, but I don't think he's going to be able to finish Lars Sullivan. Like, he's going to have him right where he wants him, but he's not going to be able to finish him. Like, maybe he hits him with the KO punch. Maybe he's not going to hit him with all his power because he's going to be so tired. Maybe he hits him with the choke slam. Maybe it's not going to be all his power. And then Lars Sullivan... First of all, if Lars Sullivan is small, you have to think he's quicker.
Quicker, up. More agile.
But other than that, but you know what? Not like I said, Lars Sullivan, he's the underdog, but it's like a 75% chance Big Show's walking out the new Intercontinental Champion.
Especially if he hit that weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Going up. I mean, he can hit it early and get it over with right away.
Alrighty.
Lars Sullivan, he gotta keep his distance.
So we're going to close out this show with talking about the SummerSlam Money in the Bank ladder match. Now, can you remind everybody who is participant in the match?
Yes, I can. Chris Bendire. Johnny Gargano. Cedric Alexander. Dolph Ziggler. Mustafa Ali. Shinsuke Nakamura, Apollo Crews, and Tony Nese.
If you could pick an underdog, or somebody, basically not even underdog, if you could pick somebody who needs it the most, it doesn't matter their chances in the match. Who would it be and why?
I gotta say Mustafa Ali.
Okay.
Because, his recent history, Kyle O'Reilly not be able to win the United States Championship. He did, he didn't get his one-on-one title shot.
I disagree with you, but I'm gonna let you know in a minute.
He did go one-on-one with Kyle O'Reilly, and he lost.
Right.
And so, we don't know what his direction is anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And like this is his only chance right now to redeem himself.
Okay, I disagree with you. Here's why. One, I would say Tony Nese would need it more. Number two, but this is the point I really want to talk about. The person that needs this the most is Chris Ben Dyer. That's the guy that everybody needs to pay attention to. Okay, this guy has been on proven grounds. He has been trying to climb the ladder. It's been very slow though to give him to not as much opportunity that he's been given. But he has a big opportunity this Sunday. But
Right.
here's the thing: you're talking about a guy on SmackDown had his first one-on-one win, right? We're talking about a guy who wants more TV time. You're talking about a guy who wants to be in the main event. So if there's anybody who deserves it or who needs it more out of all those 8 men, it is CBD Chris Ben Dyer. And now look, it could have been Mustafa Ali, but think about this. Mustafa Ali, he had title opportunity. Chris Ben Dyer has not had a title opportunity. He's still brand new.
Yeah.
He's still brand new. And you know what? And I think that if people keep sleeping on Chris Ben Dyer, he's going to do exactly what Mike Kanellis did on mine. He's going to sneak his way up that ladder, and he's going to take that briefcase, and he's going to shock the world and become champion one day. And that's my bold prediction. But if I can pick a favorite to win the Money in the Bank ladder match, Rod, in my opinion, I got the Johnny Gargano. Yep. Johnny Gargano. That's the guy who I think. I mean, think about this. Could you imagine Johnny Gargano cashing in on either EC3 or AJ Styles for the WWE Championship? That will be epic.
It will be.
That would be epic. Now, Rod, this has been quite the latest news. We have updates on Pete Dunne and etc. So, Rod, I wish you the most good luck for SummerSlam. It should be great. It's gonna be a great show. I'm gonna tune in on my TV. And ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys so much, and we will see you guys on the next latest news.